Hello there guys, and a very warm welcome aboard from the YouTube video here on the channel. Today we're here at Neustadt station, continuing our journey in the railjet correction from Neustadt here. On the journey, on the service we're modelling today is the RJ73 Wiener, which left Prague at 7:15 this morning. It's now 12:30. We're in Neustadt. In the last part we went across the Semmeringbahn Pass, and today we're continuing on our journey towards Graz. Today in this video we'll be going as far as Bruck am Meer station. Interestingly, before we get started, which I think we've got just about enough time for, is the train service today is named the Wiener, which is named after the Roman settlement, which was where Vienna is now, which is called Wiener, which translates as white something or other. So we've got a 40 restricting signal. It's pretty dark in the cab today. I need to have a fiddle with my settings. So I've done a capture in the previous video, so I'm not going to redo that. Hello, veteran with no pantograph. I need to figure out how to make you work. Cool. Are the doors closed? Yes, it's time for departure now. Our next stop, as indicated, that is Pt.2 station. And it goes on. And it's up to short capability. Get that all the brakes off. And away we go. So first stop is Kapfenberg, which is in 37 kilometres. And I say start speed is 40. Acknowledge that signal we went past. As you can see, there's some Rocktainer wagons on the right hand side there. Now our journey today is somewhat shorter than our previous one. I hate this. So the reason I'm getting so triggered is I recorded part 1 of this video, then recorded the Munich-Augsburg run, and obviously Q in Dovetail Locos is CIFA, whereas in this it's Spacebar. And I'm just getting triggered by everything. So I've got a 90 post there now, so what I'm going to do is, as we pass it with the nose, I'm going to go. So I double tap the E key, which means when the end of the train passes, we'll get the Roadrunner, the Meet. I've also fiddled with my audio settings, so the train should be a little bit louder in today's video, so it should be a bit more enjoyable for us all. I'm going to get rid of that because we don't need it. There we go, so we're going up to 90 now. I need to increase the ambient brightness because this desk is just dark. I can barely see any detail. Hello! Our colleagues on a passenger train there. Got the 110. So we know the train's 200 metres long, so what we can do is the signal post before that, so yep, we can now go for it. So 110 is in the region of 70 miles an hour. Tapping the control accelerator at cycle 105 in the AFB. So our next speed post is in about 800 metres, so 500 metres, and that's an increase up to 120 kilometres an hour. You can just see the post there, or I can just see it there, I'm not sure if it'll come out in the video, and as we're approaching up down the curve. And I'll do it at this next thingy. And when I click to accelerate. this train I do enjoy. 120.3, we're going to 130. We're about halfway down the platform here. 130 down. That is continuous speed. So this is I'd say the average speed on this journey is much better than it was on a previous journey from Wiener Neustadt to Neustadt. Out of interest, our first journey was approximately 68.39 kilometres. This journey is about 41, so it's a bit shorter. Another veteran there without a pantograph, and on a one train, arduous way. Feels like the headlights are tilted a bit high. I really do enjoy the 3D Zug Vectron. However, sorry, Vectron Taurus. However, I am getting to that point that I'm just like, I want this 3-parter to be done with. So, yeah, we should hopefully have this one ready for release soon. Interestingly, although it's been a couple of days since I recorded since I recorded the first part. It's still the first part of this video is kind of been released. And we're into the cab as we accelerate back to 30. And here's the 140 post. At 127.9 we'd be at 110. So you still got another 2.4k. So yeah, 140 is the fastest speed we achieved. No, correction, 150 is the highest speed we achieved today. But still, it's a pretty good fun run to get out there for. We've got that's one. Yeah, this has been a clear run. I do want to definitely do a run where we're driving hoodless. We've also got we're following a train kind of thing. But I think that will take me a bit of time to get that one done. I'd also probably prefer to do it in the UK, which is just a bit simpler, driving on adverse signals. So we're going up to 110 now, got the warning posts there, can acknowledge them. Again, I believe in the majority of cases warning posts have magnets, I'm not sure though, so I always acknowledge because, that way it's much harder to get it horrendously wrong, which I'm pretty good at. There's the 110s, just after the station here. Oh, there's the 110. So we're doing 110, got a 120 coming up shortly. Whew. There's the 120 post. So I've done my notes in the format that we'd have, in a Bula on the iPad over there, which unfortunately we don't have in this model. I'll drive with the cab light on purely because my light setting's been so dark. I didn't want any frame rate anyway today. You should see a 130 on the tower. Oh, it is. 134.5 mile post, you have to slow down to 110. Correction, yeah, 110. Again. So, quick reminder, seatbelt obviously is just a DSD system, so you hear it beep there, and I hit the spacebar to acknowledge it every every 30 seconds. PZB is the system of the magnets by the signals and by the speed posts, which means I have to acknowledge when we go past an adverse signal or a speed warning to ensure that we're not going to go barreling into it. I'm aware of the situation I'm in, and I'm not going to go barreling into a problematic situation. But it doesn't actually have any sort of meaningful speed controls for us there. I don't like this cab light. It's a bit weird. There we go, getting rid of it. So I just saw the 110s go past there, so I'm going to drop down. At 600 metres. Which again is plenty of time. This thing slows down really nicely. But it's always, as I've said it before, I'll say it again. Always better to be dropping too slowly than too quickly. Yes, I've actually been really enjoying doing trains and stuff lately. Trains in World, I'm really pleased with the way I've been taking the game. There's our warning for 90, which is just at the end of the station at 135.8 mile post. It's always better just to get the speed down nice and slow as we can enter. We don't climb here, but we just chicaning through a valley, which I believe is the Brook River. Sorry, correction, Mer River. Down the left. That's our 90 post. So yeah, we're not climbing at all, we're just chicaning our way down. 3rd station by the way is at the 152nd mile post. One of those markers, so 135.2 is it's a kilometre marker technically. So it's 135 kilometres, 700 metres. That's effectively what that means. .30 post is at 138.8, so about a kilometre and 1.3k away. I've twiddled the settings as well since the last video, so we don't have any missing assets anymore. I've also put in new RW tools profiling. I need to increase the background lighting because it's too dark in the cab right now. But I've basically just before this I've done a reinstall. So I'm still, unfortunately after reinstall it takes a while to sort of calibrate the game almost. Once again, 200 metres, so at the 138 point, well, just before the 138.9. That's from next port 1, sorry, 139.1, there we go. Straight up to 130. Yeah, I've got, what do you call it, stuck in my head. Elton John, Saturday Night's Alright. So you can see we're doing pretty well for time, 40k to go. So I'm going to drop back down to 120 now. Yeah, 110 coming straight out of this station. There it is, 120k for this curve. don't like about this model is what this horn sounds like in the cab, but I'm not pressing the horn any longer when I'm outside the cab. I'm up to 140. About a kilometre, would it be doing 150? Unfortunately, we don't get to enjoy the 150 for very long, but it is what it is. You know, you always know with this that you're in southern Austria, so it's right in the middle of the Alps. You know, so you're never going to get a 100% drive. About a kilometre till we need to be at 140 again. So I'll do it at the next milepost after this one. Go. I really love this cut and cover section. Of course, just using the bouncing there. There's a shift H to basically flash the headlamps. So if you've got some, a train spot or something, you can just give them a quick flash like that. Cheap little flash. Next 150 to 6.1. So about 400 metres away. That. There's the 150 post. Got a Radian 185 on containers. 150 again. And the next 140 is at 150.9 mile mark. One of the sort of good things about this scenario though is that I made part 2 and part 3 pretty much in succession. So the two scenarios are blended in my head somewhat. So I'm not 100% sure what's coming the other way. It's kind of nice. I'm not going to be showing these scenarios purely because they are just clobbered together to look good and not actually function well. So I can't guarantee any sort of functionality from them. But they're good practice, I'm using them more or less as practice for me making European scenarios that look nice and just for some nice content. So yes, the next 140 is about 2.9k from Captainburg station, which is off penultimate stop on this part. Our first, no, so penultimate, because, there we go, 140. Right, drop down there. We've got 120 coming into effect at 152. It's about 151, but it's 152.0, so yeah, about 150. Yeah, so about, this next mile marker there. It's just so we're controlled coming down on the speed front. Yep, so that one's just below 80. So what I'm doing is I'm not throwing an emergency brake application down, take the brake on. And power off. Now I'm still in traction lock, the brakes which have probably been released. There we go. So, yeah, I had issues in testing where the the brake will kick itself in.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned in fairness. Go for 100 probably. As it comes to a pace 4. But a warning for a 5 post. Yeah, so you can see signal wise we can go straight back onto 120. Well, actually I've got 95. Kapfenberg station, you can just see the platform markers, platforms there in correction. So I'm close to the train in right now. Not using power, not using brake. Me being a genius and triggering the road runner. I've got another railjet coming the other way. Wonder if he pulls a Kapfenberg. Doesn't look like it. Oh, it's a double railjet. So yeah, some of the trains were in double formation like that, as I discussed in the previous video.
Zugbeeinflussung.
We're just going to coast in and stop at the end. So we are about a minute ahead of time, which is not bad for my driving. There we go, got the brake applied. We're into the doors now. Right, come to Kapfenberg. I love the way the stir wagon, the control car, works in this. Look at the way it looks. I think it's probably the Part 2 screenshot. But no. So just going to use this to gauge. So at about this point here is when we close the doors. Oh, very surely. The door's closed. So brake loose. And full power. Well, half power, sorry. So start speed limit is 95 kilometers an hour. Our next stop is Brook an der Meer, which is in 4.26 kilometers. So Brook an der Meer, as you can imagine, it's on the Meer River. And we actually, in part 3, we'll be following the Meer all the way down to Graz. Which will be a nice fast, well, I call it a fast run. It's not particularly fast, not particularly slow. But it's not a bad one. So our start speed we're actually trying to go for is 45 kilometers an hour because the speed drops quite rapidly after the station. My apologies for that, folks. That wasn't really a cough, that wasn't really a sneeze, that was just my lungs clearing themselves. So Brook an der Meer station is to the 156 mile post. So my apologies, it was 95 the start speed. I'm being blind as a bat. I can't read my own notes. 155.7, so not that far from now. That we'll be dropping down to 80.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Always trying to give a blast of the horn on crossings like that in a city area. So that's when people aren't going to hear you approaching. Yeah, and it's time to go into 80 now. The rheostat is take us in. Signal there, which is going to trigger us for 85, which is fine. We can deal with that.
Zugbeeinflussung.
So 85 is now speed limit. Can't accelerate beyond that. We'll be there. And I'm now going to slow us down to 150 miles an hour. So you can see we're coming past the freight yard here at Brook. Tried to do a realistic, you know, a nice looking fill on that without completely trashing the performance. Yeah, slowed down a bit early for the 50, but it is what it is. Interestingly, that sort of roundhouse building over there, even on Google Maps, that's completely devoid of traffic. Unfortunately, we don't really I don't have any nice shunters that I could use to put in there.
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
Ooh, got a nice livery reflection over there as well. And there are new wagons.
Zugbeeinflussung.
And there's the 50 post. For some reason I thought it was a beam that crossing that we're going down to 50. It doesn't matter.
Zugbeeinflussung.
9,000 hertz. No idea what happened there. Put 50 in the box. And here is Brook and Wiener station. So we're going to power off, clear the horn and clear that just coast for the moment. Got some trains in CS over there and a nice Vectron Power Fusion Express in the station. Looks to be shut down as well. CS carriage siding. That's what that looks like to me.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Oh dear. Oh no, I got that horribly wrong.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Yeah, I'm going to shut forward a bit. I got that wrong. Just shows how easy it is to slow down too much.
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
And we go. We'll just coast up to the signal at the end. Okay, well that is all folks. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you did enjoy our little drive from Mooseslag right the way down. Super fun now. So yes, the doors are going to open here. Hopefully you will join us in part 3 for the rest of our journey to Graz. Should be a last sort of 30-minute jaunt, fast run from Brook. Really quite a nice little drive, really relaxing in my opinion. One of my favourite runs personally that I've done in a little while. Okay, thanks for watching guys. Bye for now.